Hello, my name is Amy Baskett, and I am an implementation specialist with Michigan's multi-tiered System of Supports Technical Assistance Center. In this video, I am going to walk you through the Michigan Department of Education Practice Profile for Multi-Tiered Systems of Support document version 5.0. As we navigate the document, it will be helpful to have a copy available for reference. If you do not have version 5.0 of the practice profile available, please press pause now and access the document at michigan.gov/MTSS. First, it may be helpful to know what a practice profile is. A practice profile, as defined by the National Implementation Research Network, is a document that ensures a program or framework is teachable, learnable, and doable in a typical human services setting. On pages 2 and 3, you can see many people from across the state of Michigan and nation contributed to the practice profile. Digging deeper into the document on page 5, you see an introduction where MTSS is defined as a framework and how the practice profile can guide implementation with fidelity. The narrative section also describes the development process MDE participated in to create a research-informed practice profile with the support of the State Implementation and Scaling Up of Evidence-Based Practices, or CSEP, National Technical Assistance Center. It is important to discuss the evolution of MTSS in the state of Michigan, found on page 6. This MTSS practice profile can be applied to all learners in all educational settings, prenatal through post-secondary. There is also an emphasis on the whole child, that is, not just their cognitive needs, but also their physical, behavioral, social, and emotional needs. The practice profile and MTSS framework are also based on a growth mindset. The intention is to have a proactive approach that allows us to remediate a learner's needs and at the same time extending the assets of a gifted and talented learner. The philosophy statement, the guiding principles, inclusion-exclusion criteria, that is, who is this appropriate for, and outcomes to be achieved when implemented at the expected use level, further clarify the scope and scale of an MTSS framework. Through the research and work to develop the practice profile, 5 essential components to an MTSS framework were identified and operationally defined. Those 5 essential components of an MTSS framework are team-based leadership, tiered delivery system, selection and implementation of instruction, interventions, and supports, comprehensive screening and assessment system, and continuous data-based decision-making. The image of a pinwheel as the logo for multi-tiered systems of support is significant. It shows that each fin of the pinwheel is separate in its role, but interconnected and vital for the entire system to function at its highest level. It is also worth noting that the purpose of the MDE practice profile is for district implementation of an MTSS framework. It should not be used for the purposes of staff performance evaluations. The remainder of the document is the practice profile components. Each essential component is set up in the same template. We will walk through team-based leadership essential component to get you oriented. Starting on page 9, the template begins at the top with the title of the component. Then it is followed by the research that supports the component. Next is the definition of team-based leadership. The definition will give you an idea or a picture of what team-based leadership will look like in your district. Last on this page is the contribution to desired outcome. If a district has team-based leadership in place, what benefit will it provide to the district? Consider the next part of the profile, which looks more like a rubric, as the visible artifacts of the essential component. This section lays out the key actions that need to take place or be in place to meet the definition and achieve the desired outcome. The table is divided into 3 separate columns. Moving from right to left, the first column is unacceptable use in practice. Then, developmental use in practice. Expected use in practice. Each action is numbered for ease of reference. So, key action 1.1 is team-based leadership, referring to a team being created and holds proper responsibility as well as authority. The bullets further help to operationalize what the key action means. The number system follows the essential components, so key action 2.3 would refer to an action within tiered delivery system's essential component, and key action 5.1 would refer to a key action in continuous data-based decision-making component. The last section of the practice profile is a glossary, which begins on page 39. Technical terms are defined, and sources for definitions are found in this section. Some definitions include links for further information to provide additional clarity. The goal of the practice profile is for a high-quality, equitable MTSS framework to improve learning outcomes for all learners. For more information or to download the MDE practice profile, please visit michigan.gov/MTSS.